Very good afternoon to you all, and welcome back to my channel here. After a long time, we are meeting here. काफी लंबे समय के बाद हम लोग मिल रहे हैं यहाँ पे. I think more than 8 months. So without wasting any time, let's proceed to our topic today. Our today's topic is foreign writers. The accounts of foreign writers. You can see accounts. Okay, and here you see writers. Okay, were those people author, a storyteller, or a poet? Because we here got the heading, the accounts of a foreign writer. So the very big question that must hint your mind, that must question your mind, that should be arise from your mind, were they really a professional writer? Suppose we human being, even today or in the coming future, we are fond of traveling to the new place for our recreation or for the refreshment. We go now. In the same way, these people, they are getting out of their native place and moving throughout the world. In this, some of them are professional traders. Okay, their work is to carry the goods from one place to another place and sell out for the profit. Okay, when they are moving ahead from one nation to another nation, they are observing some differences, some cultural differences, some customs, and the way they are living, their culture, their geographical area they are noting. Apart from that, they are noting down their tradition, how their rituals, the way the marriage is taking place in their society. They are studying each and every aspect of human nature. So whatever they saw, they have written and they have explained, they have shared their experience with the other people. Those people who have heard those things, they have noted it down in their own way. Okay, although they have never went to India, but then also they are knowing some facts about India. It may be Maybe they are having the correct knowledge of India, and it may happen that whatever they have listened, it might not be true because those people have never ever been to India. They have just listened what has been shared. Okay, उन्होंने उन चीजों को दूसरों से सुन के लिखा. तो फॉरेन अकाउंट्स आपके दो टाइप को हो जाएंगे. एक होंगे वन अ पर्सन हु himself visited India and he observed each and everything, their custom, their tradition, their rituals, their fooding habit, their clothing, the law, administration, how it is functioning. And then they have also observed what kind of weather it is having, what are the geographical areas they have, where are the rivers, how many rivers. So this all thing they have noticed, and now these people are getting back to their nation, and here they are narrating the thing about India. They are narrating, they are telling what they have saw in India. And among these people, somebody is going to take a note and they may manipulate it in their own way. Okay, so this is what I mean to say. Now, coming further, so who were this person? They were actually the travelers, traders, soldiers, and pilgrims. You know pilgrims? You will hear this thing about the Chinese monk. So now Coming further, we will see that it is not surprising that we are seeing India for the very first time in foreign accounts, because this continent, this nation is as old as the civilization begins here. So the people are moving from one place to another place, and we see there are the reference of India in the foreign text. Okay, this reveal how people from the other land viewed India. वो कैसे इंडिया को देखते थे, ये यहाँ पे बताता है हमको. Okay, now there is a historical difference which I already said you. See, hearsay means what they have heard, okay? And those grounded in personal experience. Personal experience means the concerned person has experienced each and everything, okay? So here you can see one of the example of the hearsay, okay? See, this person is yes, okay. He wrote a book, Indica. See, this Indica is another, okay. One Indica is written by Megasthenes, who was the ambassador in the Chandragupta Maurya's court, okay. So this Indica is completely different. This is written in the 4th century BC, and that Indica of Megasthenes, it was written much before. That is the 5th century BCE. Okay, so this is full of the story which he has collected. He has collected from whom? From the person who are coming to the palace and narrating, sharing the experience of India. And actually this person, Theseus, he was a royal physician in Persia. He was the royal physician in Persia. So whoever is coming is just getting note of what they have experienced and he is noting it down. Now coming to the earliest reference of India in the Greek text. So the very first reference which we can see, the earliest reference we can see in the Greek text, okay, and that also date from the 5th century BC, okay, and there on what we will see that the frequency is increasing, means now more and more travelers you will see in picture that they are traveling towards India. And one of the very most famous work which I have already mentioned right before is Indica of Megasthenes. I mentioned you that he was the ambassador of Seleucus Nicator to the court of Chandragupta Maurya. Okay, and you must know that the original book is no more in existence. It has been lost, it has been damaged, but yet we are able to get some of the information, some of the text, the written text from there. So now the big question is there, how we are able to access those texts, those paragraphs. See, this is actually possible because most of the writers, the upcoming writer of their own days, of their contemporary history, they have taken a reference. They have taken a reference. So those lines are actually the, or those paragraph are actually the reference which has been used, जो कि इसमें इस्तेमाल किए हैं ये एविडेंस के रूप में दिखाने के लिए कि इंडिया में ये चीज है और ये मेगास्थनीज भी अपने बुक में लिखे हैं. तो वहां से हमको ये लाइंस, ये पैराग्राफ मिलता है कि हाँ मेगास्थनी ने क्या लिखा था इंडिया के बारे में. ओके, क्योंकि जो ओरिजिनल टेक्स्ट था वो अब हमारे पास नहीं है, हमारे पास वो मौजूद नहीं है क्योंकि वो कहीं ना कहीं क्षतिग्रस्त हो चुका है. नाउ कमिंग फर्दर वी विल सी how things proceed. And here you must know that most of the books, historical books which we are dealing here, is actually saying us the history of Indian Ocean trade. They are actually giving us the information that who were the people who were trading and how they were trading in the Indian Ocean, and some of the book, especially the Greek and Latin, and the timeline you must know that is the 2nd century BCE. आपको ये टाइमलाइन बिल्कुल पता होना चाहिए कि 2nd century BCE से लेके आपको 2nd century CE, दैट इज द कॉमन एरा, यहाँ पे रेफर किया गया है बहुत सारे वर्क को, जैसे स्ट्रैबो का वर्क हुआ, प्लिनी के द एल्डर का बुक हुआ, पेरिपेलस, he was Periplus of the Erythraean Sea. They all are giving you an account of the trade which was taking place. ये सारे लोग व्यापार के बारे में बता रहे हैं आपको कि हिंद महासागर में क्या क्या चीजें व्यापार के रूप में जाया करती थी, नाव कैसे हुआ करते थे, नाव कहाँ पे बनते थे, अच्छे क्वालिटी के नाव। तो ये सब चीजें यहाँ पे दिया गया है। जब आप और इसको डिटेल में पढ़िएगा, क्योंकि यहाँ पे आपको ज्यादा डिटेल में नहीं दिया गया, आपको बस एज अ इंट्रोडक्टरी पार्ट दिया गया है। when we will move further, then we will see what all things are here. Okay, now you see Al Beruni on the writing of Hindus. Okay, so we will come to this part, but later on. Okay, because he was actually the person who took interest to move to India himself, and he wanted to read the original text. Al Berani ये खुद भारत आए और भारत आके जो भी शास्त्र यहाँ पे लिखे गए थे, जो भी चीजें उस वक्त ये सुना करते थे कि भारत में, तो वो उन चीजों को खुद से उसके ओरिजिनल टेक्स्ट फॉर्म में पढ़ना चाहते थे। तो वो भारत आते हैं, यहाँ पे पंडितों की मदद से वो संस्कृत को सीखते हैं और यहाँ पे वो अध्ययन करते हैं, यहाँ पे उन सारे शास्त्र को वो पढ़ते हैं और उनसे वो पूरे इंफॉर्मेशन निकालते हैं कि इंडिया में क्या क्या चीजें हैं, कैसी चीजें चल रही हैं, यहाँ पे कैसे पनिश किया जाता है। इन्होंने पनिशमेंट के बारे में भी लिखा है कि कितना क्रूर यहाँ पे पनिशमेंट दिया जाता था अगर आपसे गलती हो जाता था, तो वो भी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ कास्ट। कास्ट देख के अगर ब्राह्मण है तो उसको छोड़ दिया जाता था, ज्यादा दंड नहीं दिया जाता था। हाँ, लेकिन अगर नीच तबके का व्यक्ति है तो उसको काफी कठोर परिश्रम दिया जाता था। तो ये सब चीजों का विवरण इन्होंने अपने अकाउंट्स में दिया है। ठीक है, तो इस चीजों को हम देखेंगे आगे, मैं और बताऊंगा इनके बारे में। अभी फिलहाल हम लोग आते हैं, इनकी काफी फेमस किताब थी तारिके हिंद। यू मस्ट नो दैट बुक नेम, दैट इज द तारिके हिंद। इनकी काफी फेमस किताब थी। ठीक है, now coming further, so now we are here going to see the Chinese monks. See, they have made a long journey all the way crossing the mountains, plateau, desert. And why they are coming to India? What is the purpose? Are they going to come here for a picnic or for a tour? No, they are coming here to collect the authentic manuscript of the Buddhist text. Their main purpose was to collect the authentic manuscript of the Buddhist text. वो क्यों आ रहे हैं, उनका उद्देश्य क्या है यहाँ आने का? उनका उद्देश्य ये है कि जो भी साक्ष्य रूप में यहाँ पे लिखे गए हैं बौद्ध धर्म के बारे में, बौद्ध शास्त्र में जो लिखे गए हैं, उन सब चीजों को वो पढ़ना चाहते हैं। वो यहाँ के भिक्षुओं से मिलना चाहते हैं। They wanted to meet the Indian monks. They wanted to meet Indian monks. They might be having some as purpose, and they are going to visit. They are going to visit the places of Buddhist learning and pilgrimage. See, Buddhist learning. वे उन जगहों पे जाना चाहते हैं जहाँ पे बुद्ध का ज्ञान मिलता है। वे उन जगहों पे भी जाना चाहते हैं जहाँ पे बुद्ध किसी समय में अपने जीवन काल में वहां पर अपना जीवन यापन किए होंगे। पिलग्रिम्स, ओके, जो तीर्थ यात्रा के रूप में भी वो लोग आते थे। एंड यू मस्ट नो there are 2 to 3 names which are very very popular and we all are aware of it. The very first one is Huayan. Okay, he came all the way in the year 399 to 414. Okay, this is the duration when he was in India. And the thing you must have it in your mind that he was only confined to the North India. ये केवल नॉर्थ इंडिया तक ही सीमित थे, ये नॉर्थ इंडिया से कहीं और स्विच नहीं किए, कहीं और घूमने नहीं गए. He never ever changed his what you say territory of traveling. But when you see Hun Sang, he is coming all the way in 629 and he has remained in India for the 10 years. 10 साल तक ये भारत में रहे और यहाँ पे वो पूरा का पूरा देश को घूमते, अलग अलग साम्राज्य को घूमते हैं. He is traveling all the way different, and you can see traveling the length and breadth of the country. What do you mean by this length and breadth of the country? मतलब वो हर एक साम्राज्य को देखते हुए उसको एहसास करते हुए जा रहे हैं. Then in 7th century you will see Xinjiang, okay, Xinjiang is coming all the way to Nalanda. Okay, Nalanda University. You have heard the name Nalanda University. तो वो वहाँ पे 10 साल तक रहे थे. He was there for the 10 year. Okay, and they all have written the accounts on this pilgrims and just throw the light on the history of Buddhism and the various aspect of their time. Okay, history of Buddhism means कैसे बुद्धिज्म भारत में और यहाँ से कैसे बुद्धिज्म बाहर निकला, इसका इन्होंने विश्लेषण किया है. फिर इन्होंने उस समय में कैसे नियम कानून समाज का काम कैसे होता था, किस तरह की शिक्षा थी, औरतों का क्या कंडीशन था, इन सब विषयों पे इन्होंने लिखा है. ठीक है. Then we will see the Arabs. Arabs, you all know, whenever you get a picture of Arab, you just get a thought of trade. Okay, but before that, you must know the Khalifas. Under the patronage of Khalifa, they are doing what? They are just going all the way out of their territory and trying to spread this Islamic. But at that point of time, there were intellectual things, intellectual ideas was being propagated, and they wanted to know many things. Okay, they wanted to know many things about the world, see technology in Asia, Europe, intellectual ideas. Okay, then there was a person who was named Al Mamun, Al Mamun. This person is very important. He is actually the 9th century Khalifa. Okay, he is the 9th century Abbasid Khalifa. Okay, 9th century Abbasid Khalifa. And he established a specific academy, and that academy was House of Wisdom. That academy was House of Wisdom. Okay, and it was been called Bet al Hikmah. With al Hikmah. Okay, this is what they pronounce, and actually, this was located in Baghdad. It was located in Baghdad. So, here under this academy, the scholar were they were busy actually translating what they are going to translate, then Greek, Persian, and Sanskrit text. Okay, जो हाउस ऑफ विजडम यानी कि बेतुल अल हिकमा, ये एकेडमी था जिसमें बहुत सारे विद्वान थे. कहाँ के विद्वान थे? तो अरब के विद्वान थे. और इनका काम क्या था? इनका तो जितने भी ग्रीक में, पर्शियन में और संस्कृत में किताब थे, चाहे वो फिलोसफी के ऊपर हो, चाहे वो साइंस के ऊपर हो, चाहे वो मेडिसिन के ऊपर हो, चाहे वो एस्ट्रोनॉमी के ऊपर हो, तो इन सब चीज़ों को वो पढ़ के अरबी भाषा में क्या करेंगे? लिखेंगे. And we see the flexibility of Arabic lent. Lent मतलब जो चीजें आ रही हैं. Lent itself to the creation of various very precise scientific and technical vocabulary. बहुत ही precise way में वो लोग इस term को लेते हैं vocabulary enrichment में. ठीक है. So moreover we will see that since the spoken language or the knowledge of the ancient text became theoretically available to anybody, swiftly expanding Arab speaking world. ओके, तो जो भी अरब स्पीकिंग वर्ल्ड था, क्योंकि अब तो चीज़ें ट्रांसलेट हो गई हैं, तो आसानी से वो लोग उन चीज़ों को ग्रैप अप कर पा रहे हैं. ओके, नाउ कमिंग further, we will see with the span of few century, you will see that the learning and accomplishment of the different culture is spread far beyond their original geographical frontier. ठीक है, तो जो भी यहाँ पे नॉलेज था, जो भी यहाँ पे लर्निंग टेक प्लेस की थी, अब तो ये बाहर जा रहा है. Why and how it is spreading out? Because things are being carried on by the other person. And you must know, इन दी वेरी इनिशियल पीरियड, जब बहुत स्टार्टिंग में जब अरब वर्ल्ड ये ट्रांसलेशन के काम पे चालू किए थे, तो वो लोग सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट ग्रीक फिलोसफी पे दिए थे. ठीक है, दे वर हेवली रिलाइड ऑन द ग्रीक वर्क. ओके, बट दे वर अदर मैन फ्रॉम द अरब वर्ल्ड ओनली, दोज हु हैव देयर ओन इंडिपेंडेंट क्रिटिकल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. वो लोग ग्रीक की तरफ ना जाके दे सम ऑफ देम वेंट टू Indian text, that is the Sanskrit, and we see Al Al Biruni. Okay, he is quite famous personality. He is also named as Abu Rihan. His another name is Abu Rehan. So this is very important for you कि अबू रेहान नाम भी इनका है अल बरूनी का. इनके अलावा गजाजी भी थे. Here you can see Ghazazi. He is also very known person in the foreign account. Okay, especially the Arab world. Actually, they were from the Turkmenistan area. ये लोग तुर्कमेनिस्तान के इलाके से आते थे. खीवा, खीवा उस नाम की जगह है. Let me see, it is there. हाँ, खीवा. It is a place in modern Turkmenistan. Okay, and they were the greatest intellectuals of their टाइम. अपने समय के बहुत ही बुद्धिजीवी लोग थे ये लोग. ओके, एंड यू शुड नो that Al-Biruni, that Abu Rehan, he actually wrote 180 books. 180 किताब लिख दिए थे अपने जीवन काल में. Right now we don't have all 180. We have only near 40 42, I think 14 40 किताब ऐसा है जो कि आज भी है. 40 let me, yeah, only 40 of 180 books he wrote have survived. अभी भी चल रहा है. ठीक है, एक्चुअली ही ट्रैवल ऑल द वे टू इंडिया टू सेटिस्फाई हिज क्यूरियोसिटी. उनको बहुत ही जिज्ञासा थी, बहुत ही अंदर से इच्छा थी इंडिया विजिट करके उन लोगों के बारे में जानना, उनके प्राचीन शास्त्र को पढ़ना, ये वो चाहते थे. ओके, एंड यू शुड नो दैट ही लर्न संस्कृत. ओके, एंड हिज बुक Tariq Hind. Okay, here I think it is there. Yeah, Tariq Hind. It's cover large number of topics. It covers the Indian script, what kind of script it was having, what kind of science it was having, geography, astronomy, astrology, philosophy, then literature, beliefs, custom, religion, festivals, how festivals have been celebrated, what are the rituals, क्या क्या यहाँ पे होता है ना कि आपका रिचुअल्स होता है, क्या प्रथा से हो रहा है. ठीक है, तो वो सारी चीजों को इन्होंने लिखा है. यहाँ का सोशल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कैसा था ये भी उन्होंने लिखा है. नियम कानून तो वो दर्शा ही है अपने कामों में, लेकिन उसके अलावा भी काफी चीजों पे उन्होंने ध्यान दिया. ही हैज ट्राइड टू कवर ईच एंड एवरी एक्सपेक्ट ऑफ ह्यूमन लाइफ. ठीक है, so now coming apart from the historical value of description, let's move to and one more thing you must know. एक और चीज यहाँ पे आपको जानना चाहिए कि अल बिरूनी ने काफी हम लोग की हेल्प, हम लोग की नहीं, हम इनडायरेक्टली ही हेल्प अस टू नो द गुप्ता एरा, टू नो गुप्ता एरा. So I would just like to end up my video here, and we'll just continue after few days. Okay, so it's a need of time. I can just give over there. I would say that here in Gupta era you can see he says that 241 years after the beginning of Shakya era. So when Gupta era is starting, when it is beginning, so after the beginning of Shakya era. So he has mentioned this thing in his book. Since Shakya era began when 78 CE. Okay, and so this says that near around 319 or 320 CE, the Gupta era actually began. Okay, so I would just like to sum up here. Okay, and later on we will continue. So thank you for today's class. I would just like you be here. So now the class is winded up. Thank you.